Hey everyone, Forever Like Sue's here. Welcome back to another video. And guys, today we have episode 1 of Dismantling Kamino. Guys, I'm super excited to start this new series. I basically teased it in the channel update, as well as I officially announced the series in my Instagram post from last week, or I think it was the 12th. Basically, once the staff from Brick Fair, Virginia officially announced that the convention sadly was going to be canceled, of course, that means, well, I really have no need for having Kamino built. That was the main reason why I had it fully built from this time frame, because of the fact that I knew I wanted to take it to the convention, I wanted to showcase it, and, well, with that being the case, that the convention is over, then I really have no reason to keep this thing built. So what that means is throughout this series, I'm hoping it's going to end up being like 4 episodes. I'm going to try and condense it into 4 episodes. Each week, I'm going to be taking certain portions of the mock, sorting them through my, back into my collection, as well as showing you guys how I actually sort my parts, how I basically condense everything. And I'm actually really excited. I've been motivated into sorting stuff lately, especially since I just finished dismantling the last bit of Hoth last week. So I'm super excited to showcase this, as well as show you guys some helpful tips. Maybe you guys have been needing help for figuring out how you want to sort it, or basically get ideas on how to do it. And I'm super excited. I got some new storage units to, I guess, sort through all that stuff. And yeah, I think these episodes are probably going to be a little over 10 minutes long or so. I'm going to be showcasing like each segments throughout the week, basically going throughout and sorting as much as I possibly can, because like I said, I do want to kind of condense these episodes into like 4, or not episodes, but the series into 4 episodes, because I don't want this to be a super long series. I just want to make sure that I get as much progress done in each episode. That way, by the end of it, I can start up Kashyyyk. So that's another thing that's driving me to dismantle this thing so I can start up my next project. So with that being said, if you guys are excited for this new series, and new different kind of series, I guess you could say, definitely show some love by smashing that like button, as well as, yeah, get excited. This is probably going to be the last time you see this mock fully built. So yeah, let's get right on to today's first episode. Okay guys, so starting off episode 1 of Dismantling Kamino, I kind of wanted to give you this kind of like overview shot of the mock, basically as it is, because this is the last time it's going to, I guess, be 100% fully built. So I did, of course, want to kind of give you guys some last viewings of the mock before everything kind of gets, you know, starts being dismantled. Of course, I do have a couple extra things on here because I'm slowly moving stuff around. So you got like the red X-Wing as well as Anakin's interceptor over there. But yeah, I just want to give you a couple more shots before I actually start dismantling. So something that I did want to point out, I think I kind of covered in the beginning portion, is each episode I'm going to be showcasing how I go through my parts, how I go through dismantling mocs, as well as how I sort through it. And for instance, as you guys can tell, there's plenty of water studs to go around, these trans blue type studs. But basically the idea is I'm going to take the base plates, take them off, basically go through the studs. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to unstack them or anything like that. But the idea is, you know, I need a decent space to put them, or a decent bucket to put them. So that's kind of why I bought this the other day. I kind of showcased this in my update. So the idea is I'm going to open this up and, of course, put those studs in there. So that's going to be the base of this series, is kind of go through how I actually sort it, what I use for sorting my parts. Like I said also in that update, I did get 2 more of these things, so kind of have some more storage units right there. Now, of course, none of this is kind of like in its final space. It's just currently right here, right now, because of the fact that I don't really have any extra room. And so once this is actually dismantled, I can actually have that extra space, and I can kind of finalize where my storage area is going to be. But I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to. I'm actually happy that I started this series. Now, I do want to quickly point out that throughout these episodes, you're going to kind of see like jump cuts, or at least like scenes. Like it may seem darker at one moment, and then in the next scene it's a bit brighter. And that is because like each episode, or not each episode, but each scene, or at least for the moment, is going to be taking place throughout the week. So right now this scene is currently being filmed on Monday. And basically the idea is it's going to be going through the week of me dismantling it. That's how each episode is going to happen. That way you guys get to see me kind of just actually sorting through the parts, going throughout my week, and not like, oh, I got this dismantled this week's episode. So that was because that was something that I was really wanting to change about the build series, is actually going through the process and actually showcasing it throughout the week progress. So that is something I wanted to start, and I felt like this was the right time to kind of introduce that into this series. So basically, it is a bit later right now on Monday night, and the idea is I'm going to try and get all these figures, kind of all the vehicles, off of the platform or off this build in general, as well as possibly get some of these just standard water-based plates completely uncovered, and slowly go at it. Maybe, I don't know, just maybe I'll take down a pillar or something like that. I do also need to remember to be careful along with some of these bridges because of the lights or the wires, so yeah, watch out for that. But you guys are going to see throughout this week a bit more progress and how I go about it. So that being said, I'm going to jump into a time lapse of me taking all the figures off, and yeah, so hope you guys are excited for this series. So let's get on to the video. Okay guys, so before I basically finish things up for the first night, I did of course want to show off that all the minifigures are off, all the vehicles, all of them are, you know, off in their original spots. Of course the one gunship's kind of just chilling there because I don't really have a specific spot right now. Here are some of the other vehicles like the Vulture Droid, and of course the other gunship and Anakin's ship. We do have like all the different cargo crates and stuff. Of course these aren't in their final positions, but that's just currently where it is right now. Now of course all the figures are placed where they're supposed to be, like clones are put in their spot, droids are put in their own little area, as well as a lot of the like specific figures, or like figures that of course were in the fan appreciation room. All the heads were replaced with their exact helmets, and of course put back on their original figures. So of course we do have the minifigure wall. Got a couple more additions on there, including like P1 Captain Rex up there. So I did think it was kind of cool seeing this mock kind of just like empty without any figures, anything on it, and especially in like this hangar area, it just looks, man, looks really weird. Honestly, it does look pretty cool, kind of just empty or abandoned, I guess you could say. And kind of same for the other rooms. It's kind of just nothing going on right now. So that being said, I'm probably going to take a couple base plates, or at least one or two. Basically just remove the studs off of them for the night. Probably going to watch a movie. But yeah, that's going to be it for the, I guess, first day. I'll be picking it up probably tomorrow with some some more progress. I'll probably take apart a bridge or something like that. But yeah, so that's going to be my night, and I'll catch you guys back in the morning. Okay guys, so it is the next morning. I was able to get 3 base plates pretty much unstacked, or at least, you know, off the base plate. So that is accomplished. This is actually really nice to see kind of Kamino slowly, I guess, be taken apart. I do have an hour before I need to go to work, so I'm going to probably work on one of these base plates to unstack. And what I mean unstacked, I don't mean like unstacking like the 3 studs, because as you guys know, let me take that off. They're basically 3 stacked studs, and what I've been doing is just been taking them off the base plate and putting them in there. And yeah, that is what 3 base plates worth of 3 stacked water studs are. It's that's quite a lot. So within the hour, I'm going to try and get probably that one, since I already started taking it off. I'm probably going to take apart that one. That way it's done and over with. And later throughout the week, when I actually have a bit more extra time, I'm going to try and like possibly take apart a bridge or this platform. So with that being said, let's get that base plate taken apart. And yeah. Okay guys, so quick update on how the dismantling is coming along. We of course do have 2 more base plates for this front section of just plain water, and of course we have the bridge and the pillars to come. So what I've decided is basically I'm going to take apart these 2 last ones, the ones that just, you know, don't have anything on them except water, and I'm going to finish putting them away, getting them all sorted. And if you guys wondering why there hasn't been a time lapse yet, and the main reason is it's kind of boring. Like, I'm not going to lie, getting all those plates and cheese slopes and of course all those studs right there off the base plate, it's kind of boring, I'm not going to lie. And I really, you know, I'd rather time-lapse something like more interesting, like taking apart the bridge or taking apart the platform or even the pillar. So once this is all done, I do have today off. This is Wednesday filming this. I'll be setting up a time lapse and actually taking apart, you know, some of this stuff that's a bit more interesting and I guess actual sorting, because literally all that's being sorted right here is cheese slopes, 1x2 plates, and studs. The 1x2 plates go literally over here in this small container right here, and the cheese slopes go down in that little area. So it's not as exciting as, you know, sorting all this stuff is going to be. So with that being said, that's kind of why I haven't done the time lapse yet. But once I get these 2 base plates done and fully sorted, it's just these 2 last base plates with the platforms on it, and I mean that's it for the front section. It's done. So with that being said, I'm going to spend a little bit of time and get this done. That way I can move on to some more fun stuff of sorting. Okay guys, so I hope you all enjoyed that quick time lapse basically of me tearing apart this bridge. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that was done before the end of the video. But yeah, so this is all the parts, or what is left of that bridge. A lot more parts than I realized that was actually in that just small portion right here. That's going to be interesting taking apart that one now. But anyways, these are all the parts that were kind of in throughout the bridge. You got some tiles, plates, yada yada. So a bunch of random, or I guess miscellaneous parts to actually sort now. So yeah, I just want to kind of show off, you know, what the bridge looks like now, because I thought it'd be pretty cool to see all the different parts and all the parts that were used to make up that one bridge. I do of course have all the different wires and lights right there. I do plan on sorting this real quick. I'm going to hop back into another time lapse, but I'm probably going to leave those out for now because of the fact that I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the wires or lights just yet. So until then, we're going to start sorting these parts and actually start putting them away. I do have some of the containers kind of just out and ready to, I guess, put away. I do need to get out some of these totes, or I guess little bins, for some of these parts. So with that being said, let's hop into that sorting time lapse right now. And we're done. Everything's cleaned up, sorted back into their own little areas, from over there to even over in this little area. So everything is actually fully put away. There are a couple things that I need to kind of readjust in my collection because of the fact that certain things filled up and I couldn't really, you know, put it in the correct space. Like for instance, I do have like these bricks right here, the studs on the sides, and the one that I normally put in is pretty full, so I'm going to go through and actually resort it so I can put like the single bricks right here and the 1x2s right in there. Anyways, so yeah, we got a lot of headway throughout episode 1. Of course, we have 6 base plates fully taken apart, fully separated, all emptied right here, as well as we got that bridge taken care of. So I think it's pretty good for episode 1, and this is kind of why I was pointing out that I wanted to make sure that the series kind of stayed within a 4-episode limit, because, you know, it shouldn't take too long. And yeah, before I do end off real quick before we head out to the final thoughts, we do of course have the update on the studs real quick. So this is what the water stud collection is looking like. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. But anyways, so with that being said, I definitely think we got a lot of headway today. So yeah, let's go out to the ending thoughts of the video. And guys, that was it. That was the episode 1 of Dismantling Kamino. I really hope you all enjoyed, especially with this new start of the kind of dismantling series. Definitely something new and not something I've done previously that I thought, you know, would be kind of interesting, getting to see how I actually sort through my parts and through my collection, what I used. So I really do hope you guys are going to be excited for this series. And honestly, in episode 1, there's a lot done. We got 6 base plates completely dismantled. All the 6 base plates are now back into my collection, as well as I now have a lot of stacked studs that I have no idea what I'm going to be using for. But also, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I really do hope you all enjoyed the time lapse. I was trying to make sure that the time lapses were used, I guess, specifically for something more special than just unstacking studs on off of the base plates, because it really is boring. Because like I literally just sit in my chair and take them off. So like it's really boring and not something I want to show. Whereas I would rather have a time lapse showcasing like dismantling the bridge or the pillars or the platform. So something more interesting. That's what I'm going to try and stick to. But yeah, I think in episode 1 we got a lot of progress done, and that actually kind of makes me excited because of the fact that I was wanting to make sure that the series kind of was in a 4-episode period. So I definitely think if we continue like this, it will happen. So I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely show some love, and let me know in the comment section below whether or not you like the series or not, or if you're excited, what you're most looking forward to, or if you want something to change in the series, you want to see more of something, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe, and I will see you stud stackers in the next video. Bye-bye.